yo, welcome to the new edition of the No Main Topic Show. Here we have no main topic, no bleeps, no edits, no none of that. Tonight we're going to go into, current events, how I normally do. Shout out to S.STREET Media, the Good Brothers Math and Sosa. I had a guess, but, I don't know what happened. So, current events. Yeah. Current events. You know me, I'm the Republican. I'm going to talk about the Mueller report. Nothing fucking happened. Move on, okay? I have, you should, right? And yeah, Democrats. What the fuck? What are you wasting money trying to find out what the fuck? How much money Trump has? It's brown water, mismanagement of resources, NYCHA, right? You got some fucking work to do. And it's not trying to convince people they should know what this fucking crooked-ass president is making. Like, there's more things that are more important than that. Like, get on it. Like, seriously. You're a waste of a fucking vote, all of you. You're terrible, and you know it. Okay. I'm not going to go into a gigantic rant because it's like at this point, it's really not funny how people are treating the political climate in this country. Like, you heard me say all the same shit before. Like, I'm not a fan of the president, but I'm a conservative. I do believe in that. I'm far leaning right this time because the left has disappointed me so with their bullshit, and I'm just not going to continue to like march in that direction and go for it. This is a waste of fucking time. No solutions, just whining and crying and trying to march on the fucking bridge so you can't get home in time for your children. Nah, that's not necessary. There's a whole lot of ways to tell people what you're going through. As a matter of fact, if you'd monetize yourselves, hint, hint, you wouldn't have so many problems. But no, it's got to be a whiny brat brand. Do what you want. No one really gives a shit because it's like all it ends up being is whine, emotional, and all the rest. Like, yeah, listen, anybody can cry. Who gives a shit? In better news, in my district in the Bronx, the CEC, we were able to dezone District 12. So what that basically means is any kid in District 12 can now go to any school in District 12. They don't have to be assigned to the zone schools or chained to them. District 12 also has a high concentrate of homeless students. So that creates a situation where they can go to any school in that district they need to and not be chunked up and clustered up in schools that are already filled with kids that are already at the zone school. So it gives your kids an opportunity to explore the Bronx and see what's new out there. There are a lot of really awesome schools in the Bronx. You got to scour the streets, do your work, and find one for your kids if you're in the shelter situation, right? It's a little difficult, but, if you have to stay there, it's worth it. Just go ahead and do it. McKinney-Vento, that means every resource to you is free if you're a homeless student. That means exam costs, trips are free, supplies, book bags, pencils, all that is completely free. And the bus will pick you up from the shelter in the morning, take your kid to school, and bring him back home. So don't forget that you have these things available to you and that all those resources are free. Don't anyone tell you anything different. Love and relationships. I didn't really want to go there with that, but I think that it's important to talk about what, men and women are kind of going through relationship-wise. I'm not making it about, black and white. I'm not going to do that whole thing because, it kind of applies to everybody. I think that it's important to remember that, especially with, poor people or people of color, that there's usually a power play against both sexes to kind of like marginalize each other. So when it comes to recognizing who you are and the person that you're with, just try to be mindful that that's always at play. You shouldn't let it completely engulf what you're trying to do, like make it about that and everything. But, black love is great. That's really what the soul is of the relationship. Let that be it. You want to create a black family? Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. You're not racist. Okay? It's like you have to understand, like, I'm not going to be about the completely black proponent all day long, but it's there, it's a thing, it's real. And even though it has a negative connotation to a degree on some levels, we're not going to get into all that right now, it's how people of color know each other, it's how black folks know each other. That's just understandable. But at the end of the day, when I speak on saying I'm not black, it's not to say I'm not with you black people. Like, no. That term has a certain standing in your legal status that kind of makes you not so much a natural person. You know, that whole caps on the license, on your driver's license, that basically means like you're part of a corporation. Now, like I said, I'm not going that deep in it, but when we say it is a term of endearment, it's important to understand that that is there with the person that you're trying to be with. You got to really give them that much space and understand that that is important to respect as well. At the same time, don't victimize a person you with the over black shit. It's like, really, love each other and be happy. And if not, let each other move on. Let me talk about that for a minute, letting each other move on. Too many times in this society, we tend to like make a relationship like a possession. You can't possess love. You got to appreciate love like a tree. You can't take a fucking tree home. You see how big a tree is? You walk in the house, you can't take that thing home. You got to appreciate it as it is. So I got you the person that you would. Appreciate them as they are. That's the best way for you to do it. And if you're really not compatible, let them walk away. That should be like the best part of it. Like, hey, listen, this was good. That's it. We over. Well, you want to hold on to people and start watching movies of crazy white bitches and shit. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, respect these people, right? Like, they don't want to be with you. Okay, move them right along. Like, let's hope it didn't end disrespectfully. Like, that's really on y'all, too. But, like, if it's really not popping, like, all right, we're done. And also, too, men do have it different than women. It's not harder, per se. It's very, very different. And I think that needs to be respected as well. Fellas, mind the respect of women, period, especially black women, okay, because each one of the women is your mama. I'm going to give you something real deep before I get off that subject. When you have daughters, and this goes for all men, no matter what background you are, when you have a daughter, you got to realize something. That's the next creator. That's the next fertile soil in which wherever's going to happen. You tend to think that this man has the line, the title, like, you sure? What about the grass? That has no part in it? You got to really think about that. You're cultivating that. You're cultivating that. And the only way a man can really be a king is to come out of a woman. That's basic. That's biology 101. So any of these ideas that are putting women down and, marginalizing them, like, get rid of them. It's not necessary. Like, really undo that shit. Ladies, same shit with your fucking man, all right? Knock it off. You don't own him, okay? Appreciate that man for what he is. He's one of your best creations. Know this about yourself. That is your son. There's no nasty shit. I see y'all, dirty bitches. That is your son. And fellas, that's your mom. So when you got your little daughter there, how she know your ass so well? That's your mama. Not your mom, but you understand what I mean by that. She's the next in line to create for you, to create your next babies. Not to say your son can't, but once he go over there with that woman, he cleave unto her. That's real. You don't say he's not your son no more, but it's different. He's a part of that realm now. He got to take care of that queen and all the rest. So that's what it is when you have a girl and you become something other than a man. You got reassigned real fast, and you have to take care of this representation of God. You do. So it's a very, very big deal, and a lot of cats don't recognize it until it's a little too late. I personally, just a little background for me, I'm not the kind of person that just fawns over my daughters and daddy's little girl. Nah, no. I'll pop your ass in a minute. Quick, fast, in a hurry. And it's not about, well, if you hit her, she'll think that it's okay if any man. I'm not any man. I'm your father. That nigga you about to fuck? Oh, that's daddy right there. Y'all know. Go ahead, daddy. Pass the potato. Go on. That's daddy. Okay? I'm your father. Ain't no man like me. Bottom line. I'm not going to lord over you when you get old or something like that, but and understand that, gentlemen, you the father to this girl. Yeah, she going to see what you're doing, and she going to look for you. She going to look at you, and you got to represent. You got to keep your image clean. But you're not, I personally am not going to equate me having the physical reprimand my daughter if it gets that bad with her thinking it's okay for some man to keep hitting her. Yeah, all right. You just talking about some boxing to him and go, I need to be for the kids. My daughter knock your fucking teeth out, bro. You're not ready for that, is you? See? That's that societal thinking. She can't hurt you. That bitch will whoop your ass here. Because she got to. You got to realize that that's all fair and that's life. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. That's real. All right, we're going to move on from that. Love and respect each other. We're going to go hot topics because I'm in a hot topic kind of mood. I had a bunch written down. My phone's being a dick and erased them, so we're just going to go off the top of the fucking head. What was we talking about earlier? What was we talking about? Yeah, hairy dudes. It was a warm day today. I'm a hairy dude. Not like OD hairy, but I could afford to, dollar shave it here and there. We don't get into all that. Some of y'all dudes are straight wolf men. Came outside with your salt and pepper fucking wheat fields and shit sitting up there like, all right, do you think you want to bowl with them old Jewish dudes in Coney Island? All right, no problem. Y'all hairy motherfuckers need to take it down a bit. It wasn't even that warm to become justify you being outside looking like Wolfman and shit. Like, really. Whole back. Your back, you could just comb that bitch and put a style in it. Like, no. I'm going to cut that bullshit out, for real. That shit is not cute. Like, if your wife like you, that's, that's y'all. Don't bring that shit outside, please. Have some decorum. Seriously. What else are we shooting shit about? Oh yeah, fucking bad kids. Oh my God! Today I'm walking around the store. It's always happened in the store with bad kids. Like they see shit, then they go fucking nuts, and like you don't want to do shit to them. I tell my kids, you go nuts in the store here, you gonna get fucked up. Stop. If you want something, you could ask for, but the performing, oh no, I win all the awards for that. Don't play with me. But some people don't like to discipline their children. And it's very, very, very sad. Like, everything don't require beating for kids. I'm not pro smacking the shit out your kid every 5 fucking minutes, but I am pro popping their ass here and there. Here and there. No end of the week shit. That's some slavery shit. You gotta cut that bullshit out. If any of y'all whipping your kids' ass end of the week just because anymore these days, you need to fucking die. All right? After ACS come get you. Okay? You don't gotta kill your fucking kids with harm every single time. There's push-ups, there's no taking away the game, taking away their favorite pair of sneakers and some shit. Yeah, fuck their haircut up. There's all kind of shit you can do to them to help them understand, bitch, I ain't playing with you not here no goddamn more. And that's your job as a parent, as a mother and father, to whoop the fuck a parent. That's an easy license right there. I'm your parent. I'm your mom's. There's a big difference between moms and that foster bitch. Big fucking difference, right? Respect that shit for real. Roaches in your house. Let me tell you something right goddamn now. You see me? I'm a big motherfucker, right? I don't do roaches. No. Nah. I'll tell you right now, I'm like a fucking cat. For real? I'm like a fucking cat, for real. I'm not with any of that bullshit with the roaches. Like, some of y'all that got them, I know you think that we all got in the building has them. Let's be clear about that statement, you shits. The building has roaches. They all do. They're everywhere. You know this because you're in your fucking house. See lady next door? Not one in her fucking house. And you live next to y'all's goddamn cave. Okay? And no matter what, you can't bring a bag across her door. She don't want you to stand in front of her door. None of that shit. Hello, move from over there, move it there. She ain't having that shit. You could smell the Florida water and bleach come out of the front door. Now the roach in Miss Sanchez's house, y'all funky bitches. And Miss Sanchez got about 7, 8 grandkids that come over in the weekend. Not a motherfucking roach in the house. Y'all terrible. I need to fuck with Miss Sanchez and burn the whole sage the whole house out. Y'all got roaches on the wall, give other roaches orders. Nasty. There ain't nothing gonna stop that but fucking flamethrower and Jesus. A burning cross and spray Aquanet on it and kill all the roaches. Fucking disgusting. I need to burn in hell with the roaches too. Survive. Yes, I'm not big on roaches. Fuck that shit. I'll be up on the table like a fucking cat. Nope. Fuck all y'all. I'm not doing that shit. It's fucking terrible. What the hell else is going on? Yo, this weekend, tomorrow, you got a good bout coming up in boxing. You got my man Terrence Crawford, all right, facing Amir Khan. You should know these names if you know boxing. I'm not going back. I'm not going too far back on them. Right? They're going to get it on tomorrow. I think it's on ESPN? It's a pay-per-view. That's what it's going to be. So be sure to get that fight. I already got that fight queued up. You're not coming to my house. It's not going to be like that. I got Crawford. Now, I'm going to tell you why I got Crawford. Crawford is dangerous, and he has the ability to adjust. If you ever look at Floyd Mayweather, I'm going to tell you because he's one of the best y'all have seen thus far, that you witnessed on TV. Yeah, his fights are boring, but he's technically sound. That's the safest bet in Vegas. If you ever look at him, when he's been down in any fight, like De La Hoya knocked him down 2 pegs, he adjusted. Okay? Who else knocked him down a couple pegs? Zab Judah, a couple pegs. He readjusted. Any fighter that ever had Floyd on the ropes, Manny Pacquiao knocked him down a peg. He readjusted. Floyd said Pacquiao was his hardest fight because he was just hard. Like, he said, you let Pacquiao hit you, you're going to hit the fucking floor. Like, however you want to call it, steroids, whatever, he just said you the toughest fighter I ever had. When you in that mode like that, you know what I'm saying? You got to really understand, one, what's happening with you and the respect you got to have for the situation. You feel what I'm saying? So, knowing that, if you want to play the game of being an amateur boxer, I know some may be getting hyped. I'll be watching this shit, being home acting crazy. Like, listen, shit ain't for you. But it ain't for you. But I got Crawford, not because he's black, but he's just a monster fighter. And like I said, he adjusts. Again, he adjusts. You see what I'm saying? So that's how he usually wins a fight. Might he go down? He just might. I don't think he will. I feel like a Khan will go down before he do, but Khan know how to ride somebody out to the end of the fight. That hasn't happened too many times for Crawford. So I think that Crawford will have a good time fighting, not an easy time, but it'll be a good fight, real good fight. I don't see Khan going down like until about maybe what? He might go down maybe 5 or 6, maybe. I personally see it stop at like around 9 or 10. That's just me. I see it stop. So we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, yo, I want to give a shout out to my man Math right here. You know what I'm saying? The engineer of the show, you know, put this whole thing together. And, you know, it's my nigga right there. Yo, I ain't even recognize that. I know when I saw this Nas traffic. 25th anniversary of Illmatic. Yo, hold up. You got to get that up one time, baby. 25 years of Illmatic. Yo, let me tell you, when that album first came out, right, I only heard that barbecue cut one time. My uncle used to have all kind of tapes and shit on the radio, and I only heard that one time. And I like that dude. I'm listening to EPMD. I'm listening to Hit Squad and all that. He talked about K-Solo with his big-ass nose. I'm listening to all these dudes. And here come this dude, you know, that verbal assassin. That shit was nice. So fast forward, Illmatic came out. Yo, that tape was hard to get after by the first day. It was hard to get. Like, you couldn't go nowhere and get it. Like, I'm from Coney Island. He couldn't get that tape nowhere. Had to wait around. I'm recording shit off the fucking radio and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it was, nobody really was kicking it like that during that era. Like, don't forget that 93, 94 time, hip-hop was real, still kind of, you know, leaders in the new school, dancey type. It was just getting into, you know, more rough, rugged, and raw. You know what I'm saying? Like that golden era. You know what I'm saying? That Jewish sound, pardon me. You know what it is. So, yo, at the end of the day, listening to that album again after all these years, like I was just playing it the other day. Like, yo, Nas is great. Nas is like one of the best ever to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this isn't going to become an ass-kissing thing either. We're talking about Nas right now. That, yo, my uncle always said, he said, I know Nas and Jay-Z is the best, but I feel like Nas is better lyrical. I kind of feel that way a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we ain't going back and forth for that bullshit. But 25 years of album saying Sean is a hip-hop classic. That got 5 mics, isn't it? 5 mics up there. That's a rare thing to happen in the source. So, like I said, 25 years, that's a great deal right there. Trump collusion. Here we go. Boy, you don't put this shit in front of me. You know I'm going to run my mouth. Get over it. There ain't no fucking collusion. There ain't no Russia. It ain't none of them things. Ain't none of that's going on. So, there's no collusion. There's no Russia. None of that none of that happened. Okay? You want the full fucking Mueller report, you go spend your own money and get it. Tell your politician to stop hunting these whack-ass facts down and get your shit going straight. All right? Bottom line. Now, A couple weeks ago, I told y'all about how the International came in and started fucking with the iron workers here in New York City and tried to close our union. We stood strong. We know we said our piece when they came to town a couple weeks ago and had a formal meeting about it down in the Midtown Hilton. You know, they did their thing trying to keep us from asking all the hot button questions and all that. That's not pertinent to the meeting. That's not pertinent to the meeting. All right, whatever. We got our union back. Work is coming up in May. We standing strong once again. We didn't get absorbed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody stood by our side when it was time to. So I'm grateful for that. Playoffs. Where's LeBron James? You know you gotta ask that question. Like, where's LeBron? Hey, oh, what? There he is on the couch. Boy. Yeah, how'd that happen? Well, Magic Johnson is not the president anymore. Yeah, Dad. What the fuck? What did he do? He just, I'm not going to be the president. Like, really? That wasn't magical. That wasn't even fucking graceful. That was more like you trying to land an AC-130 and all the engines was out. You just said, fuck it, I'll crash it. Like, are you serious? Like, you know, I don't want to be president no more, so I'm just going to clean out my desk and, you know, Jeannie Buss is my friend, you know, I want to preserve the relationship, and, you know, that's it. Word? Oh, boy. You talk like a nigga named Irvin. Like, no Irvin, E-A-R-O, V-I-N. Shout out to the L.A. Lakers. I hope y'all get it together. Call Shaq back. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, LeBron is dying, Shaq. Yo, you know what tomorrow is? Really, technically, in a couple of hours. In about an hour and a half? Yep. Hour and a half. You know what tomorrow is, right? 4:20. Shh. Don't tell your moms. She smoked weed, too. Tomorrow's 4:20. You know what it is. Everybody everywhere got something popping, but none of that matters. Don't tell them about it. Don't tell them about it. Don't tell them about it. All that matters is you come and fuck with us at Street Media at said location. You understand what I'm saying? At said location. Be there by 7. All right? By 9, you be in heaven. You see what I'm saying? You know what it is. You come fuck with S Street Media. We ain't got to say no more. 420 extravaganza. Be there or be square. Yo, I want to give a shout out to David Banner. I want to give a shout out to Killer Mike. You know why? They're about business. They're about economics. And they're about black people getting ahead. They ain't about wasting time. They ain't about bullshit. Not about inaction. Do you hear me? So when you're supporting these two brothers, the best thing you can do is apply all that they're teaching to your world. Apply it to your children. Apply it to your life as best as you can. Everybody won't have a garden to grow food, but it's okay. You can be economic in other ways in your community. It will not be easy taking that route because you're never going to get too much help. But if you get started and it's sincere, people will be attracted to what you got going on. You feel what I'm saying? Always be mindful that you can always make an impact in your community, especially if you have lax marijuana laws in your town. Y'all got to figure out how to grow this marijuana in your backyard, y'all. Seriously. Got to find a way, all right? You know, some will giggle, some laugh, but your children should know what marijuana is. They should know, I didn't say smoke it. Stop being a fucking fool. They should know what it is. You know, you can teach children many, many things. You know, don't, you know, utilize them. Not like slave labor, don't be a piece of shit, but your kids are smart. Let them be smart. What other hot topics? What other hot bean topics you're talking about? What's with this Bugs Bunny shit with the noose around his neck and the watermelon? Like, what is that? That is like this Bugs Bunny picture. I'm looking at this right here in the studio. Got the noose around his neck and a piece of watermelon, like watermelon candy in his hand. Like, but like no part of the rabbit is black other than his mouth, like with the gold nose and like in the one white tooth. Oh, okay, I'll get it now. It's a trip on how they be fucking with niggas and how they get you with the candy fruit, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, man. One more time for that collusion. Didn't happen. All right. Go back to bed. Okay. There was no collusion. You can shake your head, guess all the fuck that you want. There was no collusion. Okay. Kodak Black. See that word black? You fucking it up. Kodak Black. That's a rapper's name. Kodak Black. Yeah. Kodak. Like, and he's not good looking. Where'd you get Kodak from? It's because you fucking dumbass kids always on camera, cheesing and smiling and fucking giving up evidence, you dumb little shits. Arrested at the border with gun. What? I didn't even read this. And you know what? For the sake of being funny, I'm not fucking going to. What the hell happened? How do you get arrested at the border with weapons? Like, were they loaded weapons? Oh, no. From Canada? Oh, he went the 9/11 route. Oh, shit. Oh, he didn't go there. He didn't go down there by Trump's America, did you, boy? He went to Canada, eh? What do you think? So wait, Kodak. You know, if it was a Canadian thing, it'd be Kodiak, like the bear. I don't know. Was you thinking that? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking. Guns across the border, really? Across the Canadian border. Canada ain't your fucking friend about breaking them goddamn laws. What the fuck you heard? The Crown is a motherfucker. Do you understand? The Crown. The only motherfuckers that beat U.S. in any war ever, ever, ever. Amen. You wouldn't fuck with them niggas? Lord, you a simple bitch. You're a simple ass bitch. Oh my goodness. Well, listen. I'm going to take a small little breather. I'm going to come back with some more hot topics to talk about. Y'all are great. I love y'all. Peace.
Reach around this other 1, 2, 4. I get down, so I can get down on the floor. This one, 1, 2. What's the proof? stop. Don't stop.
We're live at the No Main Topic Show, brought to you by Grab 'em by the Pussy Productions. No collusion, motherfucker. No collusion, no collusion. You love it. You want there to be collusion, but there's no collusion. Get over it. Go the fuck home. Okay. Yeah. Fat kids. Okay, this is a sensitive subject because I'm still a fat kid. I think that it's important to understand that when you're dealing with children, like I'm not gonna make a joke like right now. I'm gonna make one later about fat kids, not right now. But like for real, like, you know, it's not about let them be whatever. Like, you get the processed food out your fucking house. Okay? Like, if that kid does not have a diagnosed problem, okay, stop feeding it Pepsi. Okay? I don't care if it's on sale at the store and you have a fucking EBT card. It's not cool. All right? And then, of course, you're true afraid that around because you made him fat since he was a fucking baby. So he can't run around. Okay? Stop it. All right? There's body positivity. It's accepting the fact that you could be fat. Yes, I'm equating this to kids. I'm equating it to you grown people because y'all are mad because y'all are fucking fat or making fun of fat people. You know it. You're offended. I hear it. Okay? It's not cool to remain that way. I'm going to do much about it. Watch. See me in about a year. It'll be a big fucking change. I promise you that much. It's not to drown. It's not to bag on fat people either, okay? It was insensitive? No, it wasn't. It was fucking true, okay? If your kid is fat, like, make them run around just a bit. Well, you know, like, don't try to fucking kill them. Don't shame them for being fat. But don't keep feeding them Oreos either. Like, those are not fucking doggy treats. Stop. Like, really, if anything, make the fucking cookies, right? Like, give your kids some oatmeal with a little butter and sugar. That tastes really, really nice in the morning. You know, they'll remember that you made them something nice hot in the morning. Give them something like that because oatmeal burns fat. Yes, it does. Okay? Even with the butter and sugar, it still burns fat. All right? Like, do that. You know, like, help your kid out a little bit. All right? Church. Okay. Dear church, especially black church, I'm going to need y'all to, like, be in the hood and put your money in a black bank, that they give it back to the black neighborhood. Well, the black people put their money at church. Because I know that y'all put your money in a white bank that gives, people, land developers and entrepreneurs bank loans, or that church money that you put in there. And they fuck around and buy the damn hood the church is in, and can nobody afford to live there. I gotta cut that bullshit out. Okay? As far as God, say your prayers. I'm not getting into God with y'all. Jussie Smollett. Dramatic pause. What the fuck? I know it's like beating a dead horse, but nah. This horse has rainbows. You beat it and the fucking dust comes up. How? I'm not gonna come off my stance about this. I really rooted for him. I really prayed that this wasn't so. But the two guys in the store buying the hat and the fucking doodads and the get up, and the check could have been for a missed workout. Good, you keeping up with your money, you paying these cats for training you. Good. What the fuck is with the rest of it though? Seriously. And you can talk about, there's a bigger agenda. And yeah, it probably is. It probably is, but that nigga did that. Let's not go past that, okay? Okay, I'm gonna be done with it. I found an old album at my grandmother's house when she passed away. It was an old George Carlin album. And don't talk about George Carlin for a minute because he's one of the best comedians I've ever listened to in my whole life. That would be up there with Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and guys like Billy Connolly and, stuff like that. George Carlin had a way of getting social issues across that was really, really funny. He made a joke that rape could be funny. Yeah, he made that joke. And it wasn't like a fucked up joke. It wasn't. It expounded upon how people take the language of someone being the victim and don't equate it to victimhood. They don't equate it. They don't appropriate it. Okay, like you said, the feminists, they don't give a shit about black women's problems. They don't give a shit about Latin women's problems, but they'll make it seem like every one of them is being treated all the same. No, you're not. And he also made it, in the beginning, it was I wonder how much rape is happening at the equator. Not much rape there, right? A lot of people having fun, having a good time, a lot of skin showing. Can't be that much rape. I bet there's a whole lot of rape up there at the Eskimo hole. Could you imagine trying to fuck through that leather skin? Oh my God, it must be horrible. And yeah, maybe that's not funny to some people, but it's a joke. It's supposed to be inappropriately funny, okay? And you're not gonna let comedy die because you people are fucking snowflakes, all right? Insensitive is one thing, but being a good comic, telling good jokes, that's a rare art that's getting lost, and it's really kind of fucked up. But I'm gonna keep telling jokes because I came up in that era, and I'll continue to be funny at other people's expense. That's how a joke usually works. What the hell else? Sex. I want to talk about this because I'm looking at a lot of these ads that this prep shit, right? I'm perfectly fine with having sex as you see fit. Do your thing. With how many people you need to. Go on. As long as they consent and you're not being a piece of shit. But there's got to be some type of responsibility clause in the deal, for each individual. Not sign something away, but I'm not the biggest fan in the world of abortion. I think you need to be really, really careful before you make that choice because it's like a one-way deal. And we're not even going to get into the logistics of it because that'll make you just sick. But it really is a one-way deal. You got to consider that. And it branches off into different levels of pain for different people. That's really what you got in mind. Be kind to the human that's maybe having to endure this and go through this. A lot of the people want to make the issue about a woman's body. How are you able to relegate that and delegate that? You're not a woman, blah, blah, blah. And that point is completely correct. There's no but about that. Really. That's like white folks appropriating black folks. No, you not. You ain't got what it takes. I don't care if you had us in your house working for free for 400 years. Don't fucking matter. You ain't got what it takes. Okay? Proof positive, you need SPF, motherfucker, not us so much. All we need is maybe 15. You need about 35. No, 65. That copper tone shit. Like mayonnaise. You don't need that. I think it's very, very important that you take into account why it is important to teach your children about sex. Okay, if they can brush their teeth and wash up and do what you tell them to do and go to school and bring home decent grades and make it home on a train 10 stops, they need to know about sex. Not like 5 years old, but like that developing age. Fuck you doing with the hell in your nuts? Come over here. Let me talk to you. When the little period come down, let me talk to you. Mom and dad talk to your child. There's no girl with the girls and boy with the boy. No, it don't work that way. They intersect, Get that out the fucking way first. Like, they both spoke to us. Wasn't no traditional shit. Like, we got to go on the mountain and talk about sex. So I'm like, wow, ain't no pussy up here, daddy. Like, fuck all that bullshit. Talk to your children and be open about it. They'll remember that shit, and they'll be less likely to sneak off, all right? Let me tell you something, too. We don't always watch movies in my crib where there's a titty and shit. Gratuitous sex scenes is, like, pointless. But if they happen to come in on an ancestral Game of Thrones scene, we're not going to hide it. It's like, yes, we're watching TV. What do you want? We're not going to go, oh, you can't watch that. No, watch that. They fucking. Don't gaggle at it and Google, oh, what's that? But, yeah, that's on TV. We don't hide that from them. I think that when you make that a thing that's hidden, it's a mystery. We got to find it out. Don't forget, kids are forever scientists. They got to figure shit out. They're gonna figure it out one day. And if it's not acceptable to like go oogling into anyone's privates without them, consent, which of course that's the norm, it sends a warped message. So like a little bit of that helps. I'm not saying introduce them to fucking Pornhub. Don't be a dumbass either, right? Like put a stop. If they're 14 fucking jilling off in the bedroom, put a stop to that shit. Okay? They'll find a way anyway. Put a stop to it in your house, get it? Those are your smart ass kids. You know what you was doing. You was 15, nasty ass nigga. Watching them goddamn porno tapes, Mr. Marcus and goddamn Ebony A's and shit, watching them old shit, Jim Jackson. you know what you was doing. You trying to put the movie back to the right spot so you don't get a beat when your dad watch it. You know what you was doing. All right, but it's important to teach your children about that. I think it is. It's also important to be open about it. You got to make it to where someone's not feeling persecuted in that environment. You're talking about sex, men and women. All right, if you gay, okay. You trans, okay. Who's responsible for you putting your shit? That's all the fuck that matters, really. Okay. Congestion pricing. I'm from New York City, like 1980 New York City, right? How the fuck you gonna charge people? I get coming over some of the waterways. You never had to pay for East River bridges, right? They want to put a toll on that, a peak hour thing, right? And they want to put tolls beneath 60th Street. Like once you roll past 60th Street, you got to pay to go into Manhattan. Parking will stay the same. Okay, like any other borough, you pay more on the street for parking in Manhattan. Okay, more than likely the greedy cocksuckers with the fucking what are these people? The garages, they'll go up. All right, they'll definitely go up. That'll result in subway crowding, and they're gonna raise the subway to like what, $3.50 or some dumb shit. I don't know, but be prepared for some crazy ass shit. And I'll tell you what, if that does happen. Like, that's the whole soul of New York just zapped into a Ghostbusters ghost trap. Like, seriously, it's like the saddest shit in the world. And I don't understand how you can sanction that. Like, where's that money going? Y'all spend all this fucking money on this whack-ass Second Avenue subway. And it wasn't even Second Avenue subway. It was a Q train extension. So people ain't got to walk too far. What the fuck? Y'all made a whole art museum out of the Q train stops. Like, what is the point of that? All that money. What the fuck? Stupid shit. Right? Like, it's like the corporations in the city trying to compete for who's the stupidest. Like, come the fuck on. But whatever the plan is, okay, put that money to good use, please. Please put it to good use. Because he's just getting money left and right like a fucking, like, we crackheads out here. Just walking, you get paid. That shit makes no fucking sense. We were speaking about the idiot that became president. I'm a Republican. I'm not a Trump supporter. There's a great big fucking difference. I don't care how you feel. There's a difference. Okay. The idiot that would be president. I didn't think he was much of an idiot at first. I figured he was business. He'll be about business. Maybe he'll shake these people down to keep crying about money. None of my dreams came true, and that's to be expected. He's a turned politician. If they don't say they're going to fight for you, don't get gassed. Don't get your hopes up. Just complete waste of time. That means you got to fight too, but we're not getting that far into it. The idiot that became president, you just kind of like made that up. Like we should have said that should be like a book. Like, did you guys remember his face when he got elected? Like, I don't know, no one really cared, but he had the face of a person that was more like, fuck. They elected me for real? Chat. Like, and he had the face on like he the cat that ate the canary. Like, and I said to myself, this is like when the guy leaned in George Bush's ear the moment that playing the towers, and he just sat there like a kid who ate all the fucking candy out the candy bowl. Just total dick moment. And yeah, amongst many other things. I'm not going into his past about the grabbing the pussy. I'm not going through all of that, okay? You're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. I'm not here to tally that up upon you, okay? Really. I'm not going to be the police for all the pieces of shit, okay? I don't have the cachet for that. Fuck y'all. Going forward, he's not presidential. He doesn't fit that role, and I don't think he's going to. But I think a lot of his idiocy comes from all his blathering on Twitter. I think he got somebody doing that. I think that he like orders KFC like around 9:30, and he's sitting where he's walking and eating at the same time, without his jacket on, like with his tie over his neck and just saying things while he has mouthfuls of chicken and coleslaw. I think that's exactly how it's going down when he makes these statements, because they have like no foundry. Like, I don't think that you could hire somebody to write that and they'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna press send on that. Like, I did that. You like, no. And if he is having somebody write for him, if he isn't paying attention, they're like getting him good. They're really getting the shit out of his ass. Like, or maybe he's saying, you know what? I'm not going to have much smart to say. Write something mildly stupid and then see what happens. Go ahead, do that. I believe that's the case, because like people are falling for it like hotcakes. One of the reasons earlier I said why I lean more to the right now is because everybody that's on the right side of disliking the government for being a racist pig when it was Obama, now they kind of want to do the same exact thing just a bit. Like, they're all acting like the Republicans now. Like, fuck Trump, fuck this, fuck that, wasting time on this dude. Missing out on all kinds of key problems that they could be fixing. It's like, do you really wanted to get into power just so you could just say fuck Trump all day? Like, that's like saying fuck Obama all day. Like, you're the bad guys now. I don't want to be fucking friends with y'all. Y'all are traitors. Like, no solutions. Nobody wants to talk about how it's going to get fixed. It needs to stop. Stop shouting the fucking slug. What do you mean it needs to stop? It fucking who? It what? When did it pay you? Like, you serious? Be fucking for real. And it's hard to get people to think anything different. I'm going to tell you something. If you have these fears about the lights going out and they're going to come down and, oh my God, the lady saw spaceships and telescope looking at the sun. If y'all are really about all of this shit, y'all ain't prepared for what the fuck is going to come, so y'all say. So, I mean, like, how much shit you going to pop on either side about this whole thing? Like, get it together with the person in the mirror and then go outside and be kind to your fucking neighbor. Build with them. Come up with cool shit. Remember y'all was 5, had to play together? Do it. Like, it's difficult, but what other choice do you have? Like, really, y'all watch enough of this TV where this could happen, and y'all ain't figured it out yet. Ridiculous. At the end of all of it, I admire the idiot that became president, because it makes for good shows like My Cartoon President. That is a good show. That is really, really funny. I sent it to my Republican friends. They got a little bit miffed. But they came around in about the 6th episode because it was fucking funny. All right? They nailed it with the Trump caricature. They really did. It was great, and all the people in the White House. It really was awesome. They got Sarah Huckabee just great. Oh my God, she looks like somebody threw a football between her eyes, and her eyes stayed stuck. She looks like Mike Judge drew her. You know what I mean? Like the Beavis and Butthead dude, he King of the Hill, like he drew her. Go ahead, you look like that. But yeah, I admire the way Trump is handling himself. He's not giving a fuck. That's right up my alley. I know y'all worried about the world ending, but that's up your alley. Do something about it. Okay? Seriously. You don't have to be an asshole Republican to get something done. You really don't. Trust me. Oh my goodness. So many different topics, so much different shit to talk about. I want to go a little deep into some of this conspiracy shit that people have been talking about, this end of the world and all of this. Like, listen. It's fine to address stuff like that, but don't let it take you so far out on the fringe that you start mixing realities. Okay? The brain is a notorious liar. Okay? What Obi-Wan told this guy, your eyes can deceive you. Yes, they will. You think it's a sandwich, don't eat it. You've been in the desert for 4 or 5 days. Okay? Seriously, you got to really consider that a lot of the stuff that people say, it might have some ring of truth to it, but, you know, it not being known to us, whether it is designed or not, it's not happening right now. It's not completely germane to what needs to be addressed. Economics, the rights of the people, government getting their fucking shit straight and finally giving us that cool-ass road that has weather indicators and heaters. It just keeps the ice off of it. Like, let Switzerland give us shit. Stop stifling them. You know, those are all immediate problems that we can deal with. Whoever's coming from space, what? Shit lands from space on this planet every day, all day. What the fuck is going to be the difference? Are they going to whole alien ships coming? Oh my God, really? Like, wouldn't that be a welcome break? Like, oh no, they're coming to enslave us, and like, no, the TV's doing that. Turn it off. Like, seriously, get a book in your life, and let your brain go somewhere else. Those are not all quick fixable solutions for everybody. Like, I'm not talking to everybody. If I am, okay. If you want to make it seem like I didn't talk to you, fuck you. Right? Like, get over yourself. It's not that serious. It's just me spouting my opinions, and I'm having a good time. Yeah, day laborers at fucking Home Depot. Yo, those are some of the greatest guys in the world. They can build anything, these people. They can build any fucking thing. I didn't think that they couldn't. Because I know, I know what working folks look like. I'm black. I get it. Hands all crazy. Big, stupid fucking hands. How your bones get that big and you still small? All that goddamn grabbing and pulling and shit. So they can build anything, these dudes, right? Like, you watch them fucking Mexicans. They will take over the world in 2 seconds, right? And, like, not watch them like they're horrible people, but, like, watch them. Man, make this shit. You know how many mom and pop businesses based off your son learning how to do something from his dad, and y'all build something up? We got a furniture building business here. We got this and that here. Y'all look at these niggas and laugh, and they're building your fucking neighborhood beneath your fucking feet. Like, pay attention. Like, you don't have to fix stuff like them, but, like, I'm always give a business jewel because I feel that's very, very important. Whether your business is popping or not, if you have a business set of discipline, a business attitude, you put your nose to the grindstone, you will succeed somewhere. Okay? Taking inventory is important when you're dealing with yourself in business because you got to always stay improving. Always stay improving. I don't know how I'm going to improve on my coquito because everyone loves it just the way it is. But there's an improvement there somewhere, and I'm going to find it. Somewhere around it, there's an improvement. I'm going to take advantage of it. Even if it kind of costs me, just to the exercise of it, I'm going to do it. This has been my time here, and I appreciate it very much. I love the audience. Shout out to S.STREET Media and the good brothers Math and Sosa. Shout out to the crew in here giving me all my ideas, right? Shout out to Nas, 25th anniversary, Illmatic. Shout out to the president. There was no collusion, motherfucker. Shout out to Local 46. And don't forget, you know where you got to be tomorrow by 7 o'clock.